Hello family, what is cracking? It is your girl, Lillian Frances here. I'm a music producer and educator, and today I'm teaming up with Kilohearts to talk about phase plant. Today I'm going to show y'all how to create an arpeggiator in phase plant. One might say that we are going to phase plant right into it. If you guys are not familiar with phase plant is an extremely powerful synthesizer. Today we're going to be breaking it down a little bit and looking at how we can create an arpeggiator using our LFOs in the synth. There's a lot of fun to be had, so let's dive right in. Splash! All right, welcome to phase plant. So let's just pull up a preset. I love that the preset names actually come with descriptions that make sense. So let's find something we like. Organator Mind. I dig it. Let's work with this. All right, so we have our synth broken up into 3 different sections. We have our generators here, which looks like we got a lot of little analog generators. We have our effect lanes over here. And then at the bottom, we have our modulators. These can be envelopes or LFOs like we are about to use. So I'm gonna scroll to the very end. We're just going to click right here and add an LFO, a low frequency oscillator. So fam, if we are going to be creating an arpeggiation, what parameter are we going to be modulating? The pitch. Correct, fam. We are going to be modulating the pitch. So first things first, we're going to hit this little orange plus arrow here, which will allow us to set up our modulations. We could just modulate an individual generator, but I don't want to do that because I want all of these generators to be modulated. So I'm going to go here to the master section, and I'm going to click the master pitch. All right, now that I have set up this LFO to modulate our pitch, we have to tell it what the pitch range is going to be. So I'm going to right click here and type in 12, and this tells it that the range is going to be 12 semitones or an octave. You can make it larger or smaller as you please. Do you, boo. All right, now if I'm going to play a note, that actually sounds pretty cool. You're gonna hear that my pitch is going up and down by 1 octave at the rate of 1 hertz via a sine wave modulation. But we want to change that up. So first things first, I'm just gonna hit sync because I'm gonna be wanting to sync it to my tempo. And then I'm going to select where it says sine. And this will open up my different wave shapes that I can choose from. So you will see on the left, we have a set of arpeggiators already created for us. So I could select major, and I have a major chord arpeggiation, major 7th, and I have a major 7th chord arpeggiation. So we can use any one of these, but we can also make our own. Now I'm gonna go back to classic, just to the sine wave, so we can start from scratch. And we're gonna hit this little pencil tool right here, and this will pull up our LFO editor. Now what we can do first is set our y-axis up to 20, there it is. Set it up to 24, and what this will do is it will give us a little grid line, 12 above and 12 below our 0, which allows us to create these steps of a semitone because there are 12 semitones in an octave, fam. All right, there are a couple different ways that we can move our LFO around here. This is with our little pointer tool, but we can also switch it over to free draw, shwomp, 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 shwomp. Or we have our step draw tool right here, which is very handy for arpeggiations. Cool, I'm gonna go to edit and then undo right here, just so we're looking at a sine wave again. That makes me feel more comfortable inside. All right, now we can also set the x-axis here. Right now it's broken up into 1/8 notes, but we can break up this little grid into quarter notes, shwomp, 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 like so. All right, now let's turn on right over here our grid snapping so that as we draw, it is snapped to the actual grid, and therefore we are not just going to be arpeggiating to random pitches. So you can approach this a couple ways. We can look at arpeggiators in a very intentional manner by thinking, okay, I want to create a major 6th chord. Now, this will require a little bit of music theory knowledge. So if we were going to make a major 6th chord, I would start on 0, which is just going to be my root note. And then I'm going to create a major chord. So I'm going to create a step 4 semitones up, and then another 3 semitones up, which is a 1, 4, 3, which is how we create a major chord, and then adding a 6th, which is going to be just 2 semitones above our 5th, and it will sound like this. I love me a 6. Or you can just do it randomly and see if it sounds good. So like maybe just shwomp, 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 and let's see how this sounds. Nope. 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 Cool. I actually like that. So you can just experiment, play around with this. Also, because we're just drawing this in with an LFO, we can change up the grid, and so we can have different steps having different lengths. So for example, we could switch this over to a 6-note grid and then draw on some triplets. So maybe I want a couple little triplets over here. Cool, let's make some even smaller. And so on and so forth as you continue to change up this grid. Now, we also do not have to have these like very like blocky changes in pitch, right? We can have like little swoopies. So we can go to our point tool and create some little glides between our different steps. And at some point you might be like, is this an arpeggiation anymore? Does it matter? As long as you're having fun and creating something that you think is interesting and is stoking you out, then go with it. There is a lot of fun that can be had with creating arpeggiations and then just like going from there and creating whatever it is you want to create in Phase Plant. So I believe that's all for today. We have really just about covered everything that I wanted to cover. Thank you so much for tuning in and checking it out. I hope you've been inspired to create something new and that this arpeggiation technique sparks some new ideas and music. So have fun with it. Go forth and create beautiful or strange or both music. Also, if y'all enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, as well as subscribe for Kilohearts. And then if you would like to also subscribe to my channel, I am at Lillian Frances Music, and we have a lot of fun over there. So anyways, cheers fam, that's it. Bye!